Hi, welcome to UCTV Sports. I'm Jonathan Delsky, and this is the second episode of my show, The October Classic. We'll give weekly updates on the postseason bracket and the march to the championship. A lot happened since the last week's episode, so let's just hop straight into it and get through it. So last episode ended off after Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Let's do a quick run through of that. Unfortunately, Red Sox were not able to do it. They lost Game 2, 4-3. And they were embarrassed 4-0 in the win-or-go-home game with the Yankees' rookie pitcher Cam Schlittler throwing 8 scoreless with 12 strikeouts. Tigers versus Guardians. The Guardians took Game 2 6-1 after a 5-run explosion in the 8th inning. But Tigers won the series in a 6-3 Game 3, exploding for 4 runs in the 7th inning to end the Guardians' magical season and get some revenge for Detroit after losing that 15-game division lead. Reds versus Dodgers, they won Game 2 8-4 to take the series. That was the one that ended in 2, expected. Cubs versus Padres, the Padres took Game 2 in a 3-0 shutout to tie it up. They lost Game 3, 3-1. So some very good pitching performances out there in Chicago. So that was it for the wild card. So that sets us up for the divisional round. So Yankees versus Blue Jays. The first 2 games were nice to see as a Sox fan, wanting the Yankees to lose. The Yankees pitching collapsed in Game 1 and 2, with the Jays winning 10-1 and 13-7. Now I don't remember the exact stats, but I remember they mentioned on the broadcast through the first 2.5 games of this, the starters ERA for the Yankees was something like 14, and it was 16 for the bullpen. So the Red Sox somehow made that pitching staff look elite. Vladimir Guerrero has been helping. He's been hitting out of his mind, hitting a home run in each of the first 3 games, and being 8 for 11. One of those home runs was a grand slam. So Vlad has just been lighting it up. For example, the Yankees, 2 of the usually good pitchers, Max Fried gave up 7 earned runs. Carlos Rodon gave up 6. But last night, it looked like Toronto was going to finish it off. They got off to a big offensive explosion again early on to put up those 6 against Rodon. But sloppy defense and an Aaron Judge signature 3-run home run off the foul pole that was barely fair kept New York's season alive after they ended up winning that one last night 9-6. So over in Seattle, Detroit took Game 1 3-2 in Seattle after 11 innings and a go-ahead RBI by Zach McKinstry. Seattle took Game 2 3-2, so 2 close ones after a go-ahead double in the 8th inning by Julio Rodriguez. So those starters came out clutch with Seattle in that one. And then last night they handled Game 3 easily, 8-4. Dodgers versus Phillies. This has been not a good series if you're a Phillies fan. The Dodgers won Game 1 and 2 in Philly after the Game 1 ended 5-3 in a Phillies victory after a go-ahead 3-run home run by Teoscar Hernandez in the 8th inning off of Matt Strahm gave them the lead. And then they won Game 2 4-3 after the Phillies' 9th inning rally came up just short. They went in losing 4-0. They got into 3, tying London scoring position. They were not able to bring it home. So, if you're a Phillies fan, it's not looking good. You lost 2 close ones in your home turf, and now you're going to Dodger Stadium down 2-0. So then we go over to the Chicago Cubs versus Milwaukee Brewers game. The Cubs handled business at home with offensive power. They won 9-3 in Game 1, the Cubs did, after scoring all of the runs in the first 2 innings. However, only 5 of those were earned runs. So some sloppy defense by Milwaukee, allowing the Cubs to, sloppy defense by the Cubs allowing Milwaukee to do that. And then Milwaukee also took Game 2, 7-3. So that sets us up for today. Today is the October 8th. We have a 4-game slate today with possibly all of these series being decided today. So the first game up on our list is Seattle versus Detroit. In Detroit, you got Bryce Miller starting for the Mariners and Casey Mize for the Tigers. Tigers down 2-1, need to win this one obviously to keep the season alive. Let's see if they can do it with the home crowd behind them. You have similar situation for Chicago versus Milwaukee. It's in Chicago. It's Jameson Taillon for the Cubs versus Quinn Fester for Milwaukee. Cubs go back home down 2-0. Gonna have to, again, rally behind the home fans to keep the season alive. And Blue Jays Yankees in New York is the next one on the slate today. If you're a New York fan, you're not minding the odds for this comeback. You got a Blue Jays bullpen game, very depleted bullpen, versus Cam Schlittler, the one who embarrassed the Red Sox and looks very elite. So we'll see if that was just a fluke against a bad offense, or if he can keep it going to keep New York's season alive. But, as much as I hate to say it, they believe over in New York. They got the home crowd behind them. Big win yesterday. Let's see if they can keep the season alive today. And then lastly, you got the Phillies versus Dodgers in Los Angeles. It'll be Aaron Nola for the Phillies versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. So if you're a Phillies fan, like I said, you gotta be worried. You're down 2-0 in LA, passionate fan base. Aaron Nola has struggled this year, and Yamamoto has pitched to a 2+ ERA. So if you're a Phillies fan, you gotta be worried about your odds of keeping the season alive today. But that'll wrap this up for this week's episode. A lot of stuff to get into. Today should be a very good day in baseball. 4 divisional games going today, all of which could decide it. So I'll be back next week with an episode talking about all the drama that's happening later today and what's going to be going on after I record this. So by that time we'll probably be in the conference series, but we'll see. I'm hoping for some good baseball today in the next couple of days. But until next time, I'm Jonathan Delsky, UCTV Sports.